And greetings, my dear fantasistas. RMR is about to start in a couple of days, so it's time to get our fantasy teams ready. So let's start with the group A, and as always, let's use the majors lab. So matchups are already known, and before we make our team, which is tough, these type of prices, but let's try. So first, let's try and see which teams should we actually pick. So the first matchups face against Game Legion. I believe it's a quite obvious one. Then one win versus Spirit. Uh, one win is in a weird spot, but I believe it's still going to be W for Team Spirit. Scarlett against NIP. Oh, I don't know if I believe in Alexi B or I believe in Scarlett's replacements, but if the stuff that was around Scarlett is actually true, and config is kind of a huge problem in Astralis right now, then this might boost them, right? And it might be actually better for them. But at the moment, I think that firepower of Rez, Brolin, and Hampus, since Hampus is no longer an IGL, uh, probably should be enough to beat Astralis in the opening game. So G2, same for Cloud9. And in my opinion, this one is the toughest game in a day one. Eternal Fire right now, they're on the rise. They just had a good couple of games, couple of events. While on the other side, Bad News Eagles, we don't really know anything about them for past couple of months. Right? They still play, but from what I've seen, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna qualify. So for me, it's Eternal Fire. Sprout against Force. Force are not in the best shape right now. When Sprout are doing really decent. So I'm gonna pick Sprout over here. Aurora against Fnatic. I'm on the Fnatic train over here. So let's start with the 0-1 games this time. Let's go the other way around. Bait against the Static. I have to go for Static. Force against Astralis. It's a tough one, probably, but Blamef should be carrying. One win against Aurora. Probably one win. Game of Legion against Bad News Eagles. Here's where Eagles gonna take their win. Then G2 versus Cloud9. With the current situation, how it looks like, it can be the final that we're gonna have in probably tomorrow, or these might be like the semi-finalists or like the one of the finalists. So over here, I still have to go for Cloud9. In terms of NIP against Sprout, only because of the experience, I have to go for NIP. Fnatic against Spirit. This is the interesting one since Fnatic are on the rise. Spirit, we know they're good, but what else do we know about them? So this is the question. And for me, it's 50-50, and most likely gonna depend on the performance of the Opera. Right? So if Wonderful gonna perform well, they're gonna win. If Nikada is gonna perform well, nothing gonna win. In terms of firepower, they're more or less equal. Even in terms of experience, by that Fnatic has Crims, they still kind of on the same level. So this one is questionable. And I would say if Fnatic win, they have really good chance to go 3-0. and in a derby of Sweden, right? Kind of Sweden, since the legacy of Swedish rosters and so on. But if Spirit win, it's gonna be tough. Spirit win is gonna be tough. Mm, so on this one, I'm still kind of on the Fnatic train somehow. And phase against Eternal Fire, that's kind of phase should be taking W. Now, again, let's start from the elimination one. For me, unfortunately, Bait is 0-3. Game Legion still survives. In a Russian derby, Force should be beating them. Sprout against Bad News. Sprout. Stralis against Eternal Fire. I believe Blamef should be enough to beat them. G2 should be beating one win, no problem. Spirit should be taken over Static. FaZe against Cloud9. Since we know that Cloud9 is kind of FaZe Kryptonite, so still at this point, I have to go for the with the Cloud9. And over here for 3-0, I have to go for Fnatic. I don't know why, but I just have this feeling that it's gonna be either Fnatic going 3-0 or Spirit going 3-0. And as I said, if we put Spirit over here, they will have to play Cloud9, which is kind of unrealistic. So I have to go with my gut feeling and get Fnatic to kind of go 3-0. Then let's go for the other elimination match again. Yeah, starting against Force. Gonna be a tough one, but in best of three, I believe Force is gonna win. One win against Eagles. Um, Here is where Bad News Eagles for me end their run. Eternal Fire, still gonna survive Game of Legion. Then Spirit against Sprout. It's gonna be a tough game, but I believe Spirit gonna take this one. Plays to beat Astralis and G2 take over NIP. And now this is how my prediction looks for 2-2s. Are we gonna doom NIP? I don't know, but for me it looks like Force not gonna advance. Astralis probably should go through. One win, I don't see them qualifying. Proud against Tunnel Fire. Oof. Is Voxic and Tara's going to be enough? This is the question. Because Sprout? That's fine, Sprout. And Longs is in great form. Tara is in great form. Lax as an OPA at this price. Oof. And let's see again, yeah, which teams they play. They're playing Force, which they can beat. They're playing NIP, they also can beat them, and this can kind of screw up the entire bracket, right? But in general, like every single time when they're gonna face someone, like win or lose, they still have like a decent chance to advance, right? So the star players of this team, they should be performing well, even probably in a games they're gonna lose, yeah. So Lounge and Star, even Xiphon, they all should have a decent rating at the end of the day, right? So if you need a filler around 200k, mm, they decent they decent gamble for you. Mhm. So this is how my prediction for the group A looks like, and now when I know my teams that I want to pick from, go my 5 teams that I want to get the players from: Cloud9, Fnatic, FaZe, Spirit, and 2. Now let's try and build a team. As I said already, yeah? Fnatic, in my opinion, they have the best option out of all these teams to go 3-0, despite they playing from kind of middle position, right? Obviously, I can be wrong in some parts. Even over here, let's say if Fnatic face G2, but still, even Fnatic, if they face G2, they still have a good chance, right? And they can be our spirit of 2021, which kind of went 3-0. Nobody expected that. Now the question is, which player from Fnatic should I take? Uh, Roche, I don't know. Fasher, I'm not really on his train. Mm, really tough choice. So, um, I believe I should try probably Crims, since he's always performing well. Then, most likely, I have to balance it up with probably Nikodos, right? Um, or maybe, uh, let's try G. Oh, this is hard. This is really, really hard. Cloud9 is my second. Cloud9 with the with this. Axel looks like a great pick, but should I take him? I don't. From a wonderful pick, to have more than enough. Uh, do I want to pick any Cloud9 players? That's the question. That's the question. Or do I believe that G2 can be on the rise and they can actually go 3-0 and they can beat say Cloud9? Then Cloud9 still qualify matchups as done. Interesting. Interesting. Most likely, yes. I kind of have faith in G2 at the moment. And if we look at this, the way that G2 can actually go first, is Mondesi going to be shining? I don't know, but there's a chance for Hunter to pop off. Then who else? Mm, I have to go for Wonderful anyway. Dreams, great fit. 39 AKS, must have, and 188. And what are my options? Not many. Okay. What if we take one away and enters in 199? Who can I get for 199? Huh. Do I believe in spirit? I do believe in spirit. Siren. Hey, am I satisfied with this? Carry, secondary carry, support player, support player, support player, support player. Not really. Oof, this is a tough one. So let's try Hunter. Phase, every player is overpriced. If you have like the second, arguably second best player, if we don't count like the Monastery rifle, to 15 on G2, and everyone else is above him, phase are not in the best shape. That's a big question. So Inters, I believe Inters is a must-have. Right? Do I believe in NIP? Mm, if everything gonna go this way, then NIP gonna face Eternal Fire and qualify. Proud have a chance. A 9-2-2 game. Doubt that. Arguably, arguably a good scenario. This way, yeah, inevitably. Okay, let's try one more time. I need the sniper. I do need the sniper. Wonderful or Nikodos? Uh, I believe more in probably Nikodos than in Wonderful. Then Siren, Magic 388. Do I want to try and gamble with JKS? Maybe. 189. Campus. Campus in a new role. Is that an option? And then I will have carry, secondary carry support, and campus. Maybe. Am I happy with this? I don't know, but he can pop off. JKS can have a good game. Hunter probably gonna farm some points. Nikodos should be stable. So the gamble is on G2, going 3-0. Is that a possible scenario? I believe so. Let's try this. Um, Interesting. 3 kills? Does this look appealing to me? Yes. The only question is Campos, but I believe with his new role, he should be doing pretty decent. So, that's my prediction, and the Group B gonna come out shortly. Have fun.